Hi there, welcome to Clarke Auction's April 6th Fine Art Auction Preview. I'm going to share with you some of the highlights and interesting works in the sale. I'm going to start first with this lovely atmospheric snow scene by Walter Emerson Baum. It's a snowy street scene, and he's one of the many artists that we have in the sale that are from various Allentown colonies and great collection of artist colonies. This is lot 48 in the sale, and we've got a $2,000 to $3,000 estimate on this great work. Above that, we have in Italy, Nicholas Sambari, lot 99. This is a really wonderful, like the Baum, we've got a lot of paint on this, and just texture with the palette knife is just a wonderful looking summer flowers in 1968. Moving along, we've got some snow scenes, some more snow scenes. This is lot 27 in the sale, and this is Brooklyn Bridge. Now I'd like to focus on this great portrait by Fletcher Martin. It's a portrait of Cora Baird, and she's the wife of Bill Baird. They were the famous mid-century couple of puppeteers who created Charlemagne the Lion. And this is a wonderful work by Fletcher Martin, and it was given to Cora by Fletcher, and it's inscribed, and it's just a really fantastic mid-century portrait. I really like that work. We now have got a selection coming along here by the artist Charles Livier. Now, if you really like Livier, we've got a lot of great examples by the French artist. This one is lot 80, and that's the beach, and above that you can go to the bay side there of a harbor with sailboats, lot 80, and for $6,900 estimate on that. Moving along, we've got another snow scene. Got a lot of those. Thank goodness we're going into the spring. This one's of St. Paul's Chapel in New York City. And below that, I'd like to share with you this great work by the artist Joseph Barrett. He's a contemporary artist. He's from Lahaska. And this is also part of that Stanford collection of artist colony works. The interesting thing about Barrett is he also designs and makes his own frames. Well, you can see the real detail there, and this one's actually the construction sheds, new houses in Buckingham in the New Hope area. Now we go on to a more dramatic picture. This is by Man Katz, the Ukrainian-French artist, and this is The Ravages of War. Probably done late in his career. This is lot 4 in the sale, and we've got an estimate of $2,000 to $3,000. And above that, we've got another interesting work by Zygmunt Joseph Menkes, the Polish-American artist. This is two women with a vase and flowers. This is a watercolor, and it's lot 5 and estimated at $1,500 to $2,500. Moving along, we've got another great, I think this is one of the better and more interesting Charles Livier's, lot 34. This is the table in the kitchen. Look great in any kitchen, I think, and it's only estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. Well, if you don't like tables, we've got flowers by Charles Livier. And these are all coming from various collections, and he's a really popular artist, and you can really see the expressiveness. You got a chateau. Great picture for, filling the space in the living room. Moving along, we go to this small still life of fruit done in 1908 by Albert Feitzer. He's a Swiss artist. His dates are 1884 to 1978. And this was purchased by the consignor in Zurich, Switzerland in the mid-2000s. A great picture estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. But what I'd really like to focus on is above this painting, which is by Rockwell Kent. This is a Georgian-style mirror done in February of 1921, and it was a gift, probably a romantic gift to the relative of the consignor. And as you can see, there's two intertwined lovers there. It's really a rare piece, and it comes with a poem, framed poem above. And just what a great opportunity. There's only about 6 of these in the world, and half of them are in museums. So really something to look at, and it's just a great Rockwell Kent. Further along, we're going back to the collection from Stanford, and this is Leonard Ochtman, Of course, he's from Cos Cob is where he was known for painting, and Greenwich it was another area that he worked in. And this is Gray Morning, done in 1903. And it's a really great example of the Cos Cob colony work by Ochman. Moving along, we're going to go up to a trompe l'oeil. This is a contemporary work by Sharon Moody, who's known for doing the comic book trompe l'oeils, and this one's of Superman. It's just amazing the detail that she's done here, and it's lot 8 in the sale, and it was done in 2011, I believe, and great opportunity and just amazing detail in this work. Moving along, lot 76, we're going back to the 1940s, and this is by Armid Landek, and this is West 41st Street, and this is done about 1940. It's an oil on paper, and again, it's just another example of a really intricate artist. Landek is also known for doing lithography or prints, and just really a wonderful example of his work. And we go back to the world of Poland and Sigmund Joseph Menkes. This is a wonderful work of a still life with potted plant, probably done in the 30s or so. It's a rather large work, and we have an estimate of 5,000 to 7,000. I mean, it's that important, and really great work by the artist. Moving along, we've got another work by Charles Levier. This time it's called The Circus, and this looks like one of those kind of clown type images he's known for. It's lot 36. Going on from the Levier, I'd like to share with you this Edna Andre, lot 6 in our sale, which is just a fantastic work. It's called Diamond Grid 65. She's a Philadelphia artist and known for her op art work, and this is just a really fantastic work which we've estimated at 2 to 3, and there's been a lot of interest, rightly so, in this work by Edna. And the final thing we want to look at is another Joseph Barrett. This is the Backyards at Stockton, and this work was done in the late 1980s, and we have an estimate of 600 to 900, and this again comes from the Stanford collection that has all these great works of landscapes of various artist colonies, and again, this is another example of Joseph Barrett's framework as well. Hi, we're now in the main room, and I'd like to just share with you some of the interesting things that we've got on the walls in this room. Starting off with a great work by Jim Dine. This is one of many prints that we have in the sale. It's called the Blue Book, and a great example of Jim Dine, the Cincinnati artist's work, known for doing robes and hearts. But moving along, we're going to go past the Chinese work there, which I'm sure Whitney will tell you more about. But we've got works by Salvador Dali. This is Helen of Troy, and this is lot 104 in the sale. Another print we've got is Robert Goodnot, which this is an untitled work from his portfolio in 1973. And moving along the wall, we've got an example of Diane Blell, the photographer. This is a rather large work, estimated 400 to 600, and this is crouched on the hilltop of a rock. We've got also another work here. This is an oil by the Spanish contemporary Jose Roya, lot 79, and you've got a wonderful looking woman there. And moving along, we're going to, here we have an example of Kurt Peiser, a Belgian artist. His dates are 1887 to 62, and this is a Catch Off the Coast. A wonderful picture that's been authenticated by the grandson of the artist. It's got some condition issues, but we've got other great illustration art in the sale. And some other interesting prints that we've got are some additional Rockwell Kent prints, these very rare artist prints, and examples of Vermont. Then we're moving along. We've got an oil Back to Snowy Times by Judith Carbine. We've got a small work here by Michel Andre, lot 75, and this is the Peonies. And it's a wonderful, charming work with the provenance from the Wally Finley galleries in New York. Moving along again, we've got European 19th century landscapes, great to fill the walls. And I'd like to come over to a interesting picture here by Douglas Hamilton, a 20th century artist, a brown and white pony. There's a lot of interest and it's a well executed little horse there. Moving along the walls, we've also got some female artists in the sale. And we've got an interesting work here by Helen Thurber, which this looks to be a design for a lingerie ad. If you kind of focus in on the brochure there, I think it's a brasserie company done in the 1920s. A really great and rare work by a female artist. And then we even have more landscapes and works by Jane Peterson, some more snow scenes of the various artist colonies. We've also got a Leon Zach here, a rather large work by a portrait of a lady with a mirror. It's lot 103 in the sale, with an estimate of $1,000 to $1,500. Moving along, we've got some Charles Richard Haley Levers, Guisson landscapes in France. More portraits here. We've got a large work by Jacob Eichholz, the American artist, a portrait of the Reverend John Stark Ravenscroft, who is the first Episcopal Bishop of North Carolina. And lots more landscapes that we've got on the walls by various artists. And as usual, I can't share with you everything on the video, but be sure to look at our website, clarkeny.com, for a complete catalog. And if you do see something online, be sure to give us a call or email us. And there's 3 days of preview starting on Thursday for the sale. And good luck at the auction.